So, you've got this dream, right? Becoming an officer in the Indian Armed Forces. But there's this one huge question you've got to answer first, way back in school. What stream should you pick? It's a massive deal, and believe me, it can change everything. Well, today, we're going to nail down the exact answer for you.
I mean, who hasn't seen those incredible parades and felt a shiver down their spine? You hear those stories of bravery and something inside you just clicks. It's that call to serve, right? That powerful dream of leading, of protecting, and of wearing that uniform with absolute pride.
Okay, but hold on. Before you even get close to the academies or those awesome passing out parades, there's a fork in the road. And it comes right after Class 10. This one single choice, man, it can either throw open every single door for you or it can slam some of them shut for good.
So, what's this big decision? It's your academic stream, of course. Think of it like this. You've got four main roads ahead of you. There's science with physics, chemistry, and maths, PCM. Then there's science with biology, or PCB. And of course, you've got commerce and humanities. Each of these paths leads somewhere different, especially when we're talking about a career in the forces.
All right, so let's lay it all out. Take a look at this table. It's like a map of your options. Now, what's the first thing that jumps out at you? Right there, science with maths, PCM. See how there are no limitations next to it? The other streams, yeah, they can get you into the Army, for sure, but you'll see these start hitting walls when it comes to the Air Force and the Navy. So let's really dig into what that means for your future.
Okay, so let's fast forward. You've finished Class 12, now what? Well, this is when the first real opportunities to join the forces pop up. But, and this is a big but, you've got to have the right key to unlock those doors.
And the first one we've got to talk about is the big one, the National Defense Academy, the NDA. I mean, this is the dream for so many aspirants, right? It's this legendary tri-service academy where the future leaders of the Army, Navy, and Air Force all train together. It's the whole shebang. And boom, this is where your stream choice really starts to matter. If you want to join the Indian Army through the NDA, great news. You can come from any stream. Commerce, humanities, science, doesn't matter. But, and this is crucial, if you're dreaming of flying a fighter jet or commanding a warship, you have no choice. You absolutely must have taken physics and maths. Think about it. It's the language of aerodynamics, of navigation, of modern weapon systems. It's non-negotiable. But hey, the NDA isn't the only game in town right after school. There's another really cool, direct path into the Indian Army, especially for all you tech-savvy folks out there. It's called the Technical Entry Scheme, or TES. And check this out. It's an amazing opportunity. There's no written exam. You go straight to the SSB interview if your marks are good enough. But you guessed it, there's a catch. The stream requirement? It's super strict. It is exclusively for PCM students. So that's another huge door that only opens for one specific stream. Okay, so what if you're thinking, I'll go to college first and then join. Does that change things? Well, yeah, it does. A whole bunch of new options become available. But you're about to see that the choice you made way back in Class 11, it still follows you. For graduates, the main highway into the forces is the Combined Defense Services Exam, the CDS. Passing this exam gets you a ticket to the top training academies, like the IMA and OTA. And you're going to find the rules here sounds a little familiar. For the Army, through the IMA or OTA, you're good to go with a degree in pretty much anything. But what about the Air Force and the Navy? Yep, that old requirement from Class 12 pops right back up. You must have had physics and maths. I mean, it just makes sense, right? You can't command a high-tech warship or fly a supersonic jet without that fundamental science background. And you know what? This isn't just for CDS. The same pattern holds true for other graduate entries too. We're talking about FCAT for the Air Force or those direct entry schemes for the Navy's technical branches. A science or engineering background isn't just a nice to have, it's often a must-have. The military today is all about cutting-edge tech, and they need officers who speak that language. Now, I know what some of you are thinking. What about us PCB folks? Don't worry, there is an incredibly important, super specific path just for you. Once you clear your NEET and get that MBBS degree, you can join the Armed Forces Medical Services. You become a military doctor, and let me tell you, that is one of the most respected and absolutely vital roles in the entire system. All right, so we've covered the options right after school. We've looked at the pathways after graduation. We've seen the rules for the Army, Navy, and the Air Force. It's time. Let's bring it all home and give you the final, ultimate showdown.
So, what's the bottom line? Which stream is the master key that unlocks the most doors? The one that gives you the maximum flexibility to chase that dream no matter which uniform you want to wear? And honestly, the results are crystal clear. Taking the gold medal, no contest, is science with PCM. Why? Because it's the only stream that makes you eligible for every single entry. Army, Navy, Air Force. All of them. Science with PCB gets a solid silver medal. It opens up the Army and that crucial path into the medical corps. And bringing up the rear, we have commerce and humanities. Great streams, no doubt, but for a defense career, they pretty much limit you to the Indian Army.
So look, if there is one thing you take away from all of this, let it be this. If you're dead set on becoming an officer, but maybe you're not 100% sure which service is for you, then choosing science with PCM is the only strategic move. It's the only way to keep all your options on the table.
And get this, it's not just about having more options. It's also about speed. This stream unlocks the fastest tracks to getting those stars on your shoulders. We're talking about the NDA and TES routes, where you can become a commissioned officer in roughly 4 years. That's incredibly fast. You see, this choice you're making back in school, it's not just about ticking a box on an eligibility form. It's your first real strategic move. It's the first step on a path towards an incredible life of service, leadership, and adventure. And just look at the journey that's waiting for you. It all starts as a cadet, and from there, you climb. Lieutenant, captain, major, all the way up to potentially becoming a general, an admiral, or an air chief marshal, leading at the very top. So yeah, let's boil it all down one last time. If your number one goal is to give yourself the absolute best, widest range of opportunities to become an officer, well, the choice really couldn't be clearer. Remember that dream of a life in uniform? It doesn't start on the parade ground. It starts right there, in the classroom. It starts with this one, single strategic choice. Now you have all the facts. The real question is, are you ready to take that first step?